Next guy we're going to look at is the other guy that's being talked about on a lot of boards as a sleeper guy. And maybe he's starting to finally raise out of the place of being just a pure sleeper at this point. And that's Mike Sainristil. Mike Sainristil is a kid out of Michigan who might have been Michigan's best defensive player last year. Let's just call that for what it is. Might have been their best defensive player last year. And that's at 5'9", 182 pounds and almost 31-inch long arms in the slot. But you say that because he was just so good all around as a player. In this defense, of course, that you're having him play, you're asking him to do everything. The slot in this defense is not a guy that's going to just going to simply be asked to do typical traditional slot things. He's got to come up and play like a Sam linebacker. Sam linebacker is that guy that's got to be sometimes down there on the line of scrimmage, down there, sometimes near that tight end on that side of the field, if that's where it's going to be, and have to kind of take on blocks, have to throw blocks off, get in there and make the tackle, have his gap integrity maintained. And that requires a guy that's got that ruggedness to him, that's got that just physicality and got that I don't care, I'm going to stick my nose in there and get it done. And Mike does that. He'll play at his size like a little undersized linebacker. And he'll get in there and he'll root you out from a tackler standpoint. He'll cut you down at the ankles and he doesn't care. He'll come in there like a missile and just, in the run game and just will make it happen. He's got an ability to get back there as far as for tackles for loss. Really outstanding, though, in coverage. I think that's as much as where anything with him he stands out. He's a great wrap-up tackler, but when he was in coverage, he had ball skills. He was jumping routes, a multitude of interceptions this past year playing in this defense. He'd come into the defense and from day one know exactly what his job is. And when you're talking about this guy, to me, you're talking about a guy who's got potential to be a top 5 slot cornerback in this league. And slot is becoming a starting position now. It's becoming on some defenses, it's being run anywhere from 60 to 70% of the time. And that number is only trending upwards, not down. So they're becoming starters now, de facto. And the fact he has the fluidity within the scheme, the fact that he was that best defensive player probably for Michigan, or at least the second best defensive player for Michigan this past year, I think he's going to translate to this league. May eventually even be able to find a kind of approach like Quandre Diggs did, where he comes in the league initially as a slot and eventually goes out and becomes a safety when it's all said and done. But he brings everything you could want to the table from the skill set. What he would finally allow you to also do if you go get Mike is you move him into the slot, meaning now you move Devin Witherspoon to the outside full-time and Tariq Woolen to the other outside full-time. I think that there's got to be a little bit of a slight itch within Mike McDonald when it comes to this defense in trying to find those two outside corners that can lock things down in man coverage on the outside to then allow him to get as dynamic as he wants to get up front with stacked fronts, with the blitz game, all of that. And the way you could do that a little bit to add on top of now removing Witherspoon from having to play into that slot and being able to stick him now just purely to the outside is then you've also created a situation there in the slot with Mike where you also have now an outstanding cover guy in there that the quarterback can't just look for the weak link to pick on in coverage now. I've got a stack front. I've got a blitz. Let me attack the slot because I don't want to hit those outside cover guys who I know are going to have their guys locked down and might pick the ball off if I throw it their way. Let me get to the slot. Mike's in the slot. He might just as likely be there to pick it off as those guys on the outside. And so you would really kind of lock in your corner position and your situation there. And that's a draw again, I think, to Mike, because though he ran so much zone coverage last year, though they ran a lot of stack fronts, they didn't blitz necessarily a tremendous amount. He still does come from that, Ryan background, the Wink Martindale background, where there is always going to be a slight desire there to dial it up. Maybe not bring the house, but, bring some guys down there and make it at least appear that that's going to be the case. Mike, really fun player, though. 40-inch vert, 10-11 broad, absolutely as twitchy as they come, as sudden as they come. He is God made for the slot, so to speak. Just he would fit right in there perfectly, and you're going to have a hard time getting open on this guy, I'll tell you that.